Here we are, Monday, July 8th, Team Impact, which basically means we are all getting down and dirty. We're getting down and dirty and detailed. Real quick before we kick off, tell me like a big win. I mean, last week was crazy. I mean, everybody's kicking booty because the team has helped over 20 people in just 8 days. I mean, that's crazy. Well, I couldn't look today because our system's kind of acting wonky, so I have no idea what the real number is. I just know within 5 days it was 20, which that's a lot, considering it was a holiday week too, you know. So, share one win that you've had so far in the first 8 days of this excitement. There's so much excitement going on between a new month, because June sucked, a new month, and convention coming up, and our free vacation was announced. Well, we don't know where we're all going yet, but our free vacation was announced, what we need to do, and how incredibly easy it is to get there, which makes me very excited. And then, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of excitement coming up. And tonight was very exciting. It was great to see Clovis on with Dr. Anderson. He is so funny, and he's such a great guy. I had the pleasure of spending some time with him in the Dominican, which was another trip that we had a couple years ago. And we all went on this hike, and we found this like little water hole there in Punta Cana, and it was like crystal clear water. It was so beautiful. And so Clovis and all of us were jumping in and swimming, and I bet you it was a group. It was like 12 of us. So it was nice to hang out with him. I got to learn a lot about him and his family and his daughters, and how we got into Optavia and how it all came to play. And so he's really sweet. So as you could tell. So tonight's really exciting. I know Dr. Anderson's probably freaking pumped beyond measure. So to see the excitement for him, and I'm excited to hear more about it when we go to convention. And I know, like, for a lot of us, when they talk about the global expansion and like Singapore, all that stuff, I know I automatically thought when they were talking about all that stuff, like, I don't freaking know anyone over there. I mean, know people out of Jeff City. So, but it's crazy, like, how they're going to teach us how to be able to grow globally, and how, I mean, there's going to be awesome opportunities in the future to be able to travel over to these places. And I mean, to hear that they have 700 coach candidates coming on from over there is just crazy. So they're going to give us, train us as we go along in the years. But they've always said master coaching here first. I mean, grow here first, and then get excited where we're going to be able to go and travel and so forth. Hopefully that my neighbor cutting his grass isn't too loud. Am I good? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Anyway, so just real quick, share a big win or something you're really excited about this past week. Emily, you go first.
I'm just excited about this trip. Like, I'm not going to let this one pass by me. And if I do, I might be done. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not going to be done. I'm never going to be done. So I'm not letting this trip pass beside me. This is a challenge, and I'm accepting it, and I'm going to do this.
I know. I mean, so for Emily's case, Emily, Tammy, Amy, poor Amy, and then Vandy. So those 4 girls are 4 girls on the team that I have to help assist to achieve FIBC. Okay, that's a tougher. Shannon just recently did that. That's a tougher achievement, but it is not impossible, and it is very, very well. It is very possible, very easy to get to. I shouldn't say easy. It requires work, but it does for anybody. Any of us on here requires work, but I mean, who doesn't want to work for a free trip? And they were saying tonight that, you feel treated well or whatever. I mean, they're right. Like, whenever Derek and I go on these trips, and we've gone on 3 of them, I'm like, I always remember telling him, I'm like, I feel like a freaking movie star. Like, I feel like we're living in a movie right now. Like, that's how on cloud 9. And Patrick, how did you feel? You guys went on your first one last year. How did it feel? And that was their very first ever Optavia trip, which that's a good way to experience it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome to go to that, and just to know it's a free vacation. It was very minimal what you have to do when you go there. It's how can you not? We're excited to go to this new one, this next wherever it's going to be. We're going to it,
Yeah.
so we're planning to be there. So
It's awesome, and just like Patty said, the community, just to feel closeness with everybody, just to be able to hang out at the pool or be there with Dr. Anderson and everyone. It's no agenda really. You're just hanging out, so it's awesome. Good way to make memories.
and all the training you get out of it too, where you just talk to other people and what they're doing. There is so much going on there that you learn from other people as well. So
Right. Awesome. Tammy, what's one of your wins, homie?
Business or personal?
They kind of intertwine, so whatever you want to say.
Well, a thing I'm most proud of myself this week for is I signed up for a fitness group and I did it 6 days last week. 6 out of 7 days.
Wow. Did you make your goal yet?
Do what?
Did you make your goal yet?
My goal weight? No.
Aren't you like 1 pound away or like 0.2 or something?
No. Like 12.
Oh. You're still very close. Dude, you could crank it before convention. Awesome. Well, you're getting close and you look awesome. And that's a big achievement, I know, for you with your fitness. What about your business?
I've brought on 2 new clients this month since July 1st. And I don't know, I'm overwhelmed with working with my new coaches. But
Hey, it's gonna
but
get
it's good. It's good. They're keeping me very busy. They're very gung-ho about it. They're getting their practice health assessments done, and they're both very energetic and enthusiastic about it, and that's exciting.
Yeah. Very good. Awesome. Amy, what about you, girlfriend?
I'm just a mess. I don't know. I guess I'm most proud of my daughter. She's a new coach and she's got 3 clients. And then I brought on another coach this month too. So hopefully she's got kind of a slow start on July 4th. But other than that, I think she's gonna be fantastic.
Yes. Her daughter is on track to hit senior coach either tonight or tomorrow. So, and get her cap. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Sister, this girl is like growing fast this month.
I'm trying.
Sarah, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, living the life.
Dude, this girl, she's already, what? You're like senior coach already in like 3 or 4 days. Pop.
Yeah. And then I'm supposed to be signing up a cop on Friday or Monday.
Awesome.
I'm pretty excited about that. Then I helped my coach that wasn't doing anything get 2 new clients, and now she's up and going. And my other coach signed up a new client.
Very good.
And then
Girl,
personally, I ran a 5K on the 4th of July, and I was pretty excited about that.
hell yes. That's awesome.
I got 3rd and then 3rd overall the female. So
Way to go.
Awesome.
That is very awesome. I love that.
thanks.
I mean, this girl, you keep on the track you're going. This girl hit executive director this month. So, and that's
my goal.
Yeah, first month qualification for the trip. So, stay the course, my friend. Patrick, what about you? On my Zoom, you're right in the middle of all of us. I gotta take a picture. This is the best. Okay, anyway. What's your win from the last week? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me unmute you. I can't unmute you. You do it.
I got it.
Okay.
Well, this week it was a big win. I got to spend a lot of time with the kids. It's been crazy hectic, and we took off a couple days, and we went to the jump park one day and swimming yesterday. So it was pretty awesome. That's a big win for us. So
Good. Awesome. I love our integrated life. That's great. Very
Yeah.
good.
And we was able to make a great post about it as well. So, you know,
That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Like, when you're out doing those things, like show people your life. It's perfect.
Yep.
That's what people are attracted to. Nikki, what about you, my friend?
Hey, hey. So let's see. I did quite a few health assessments last week. Nobody's, because of the 4th, has committed to anything yet. Personally, I met my first goal and lost 20 pounds. That was the week prior, but I'm maintaining. So bada bing, bada boom. And
Awesome.
thanks. And then I just posted tonight, my mom texted me, and she has type 2 diabetes, and she got a call from her doctor saying her A1C level went from an 11 to a 7. And then she just posted she had very bad cholesterol before, and now she has really good cholesterol. So I'm not for sure what that means, but I just posted that tonight. So I'm hoping a lot of health assessments from that post.
Awesome.
Knocked it.
And a lot of those people that you talked to last week will probably all start flowing in this week now. They're probably all feeling like bloated toads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
What about you? Ashley, your eyebrows look really good right now.
It's a pencil. I did several health assessments last week, and I have 3 new clients I started last week.
Very good.
So
Congratulations. This girl's about the pop senior coach too.
yeah, I have one more. So, and I have till Friday. So
Well, congratulations.
I know it's a slow start, so hopefully I'll get it.
Doesn't matter. No, it's awesome. You're doing great. You're right on track. Way to go. I don't know if Andrea is. I don't know if she's just listening, but
I am here.
what up, girl?
I'm just a hot mess, and I didn't think anybody needed to see me in my pajamas and in bed, so you can look at my picture.
Well,
I brought on a new client last night. Excited about that. It was fun to work with her because she was absolutely no way financially able going to do it. No way, Jose. And 2 days later, of crickets, she messages me and says she's in. So, you know, it's really interesting to see people feeling at rock bottom with their health, and you being able to be able to spark just that little bit of courage to start the journey. So really excited about that. Other win is I'm just stuck in my pipeline. Lots of conversations going on. So I'm excited to see the paths for the ILAT trip because I really want to go. Woo!
you'll do awesome. Very good. Awesome. You know what else I want to say too, real quick, is that I'm really excited for Andrea and Ashley, and then a new coach named Kayla. She's working with Van D. 3 husbands got on program this week, or got set up on program, which is like awesome, you guys. So it's a big deal. I don't know if you realize that's a really big deal. To support your spouse's support and their story and journey to share too. You know what I'm saying? And those others of you that maybe your husband's not necessarily on program per se, but you know, if he's eating lean and greens with you and supportive with you, and like Cletus, he Amy's husband, he's a hot mess. I love that we're all hot messes. That's what I love about our team. That, you know, but if they're eating lean and greens with you, like Emily's, Jude, I mean, he's always cooking for them and stuff. Like, share those things. Those are big things to share, you know, because you're doing it together as a family. So, but anyway, so that's one tip for tonight for Team Impact. I know we're going to talk about convention, but I'll get into that in a minute. I have to say that I was going to post about this earlier, but I have yet to get to it. But that I'm like super proud of you guys for just being on it when it comes to setting up your client success calls and like setting up the support bubbles. I mean, you guys are just working it. I mean, they talked all about the ILAT trip tonight and the steps to take and how to get there. I mean, you guys are doing the exact steps that you need to be doing to be able to get there. I know that I have repeatedly said that I'm going to get out a Google Doc on the client success calls. I will promise you I will get that done this week. I kind of put that on the back burner last week to get some personal stuff done, just like with my schedule, and I don't know, just Derek and I kind of getting on the same page with, you know, our goals and everything that we want to do, and just kind of coordinating our schedules with the boys and kind of, I don't know, moving to some things around because the boys are getting older. So it's like, okay, we just need to kind of move some stuff around. So we got that done. And then Paige, what's up, girl? And then the biggest thing I want to talk about tonight, or my biggest tip or topic, before I get into this topic, does anyone have any questions about anything first, about the trip or about the ILAT trip or anything else before I get into, because I want to talk about time blocking tonight. No questions. Nothing you want to nothing you want to ask me that you're struggling with. No. Okay. 2 tips I want to go over tonight. Well, I went over the first tip was your spouse, like including your spouse in your journey somehow or another, whether it's, you know, whether or not they're on program or whatever. So that's my number 1 tip. My second tip is tomorrow's Transformation Tuesday. And I know I touched on Transformation Tuesday before, but I was listening to a boot camp. I was catching up on boot camp recordings this weekend. And one of the recordings had mentioned, you know, when it comes to Transformation Tuesday, whether or not, you know, you ask your clients if you can share something about them. It doesn't have to be their picture, and it doesn't have to be their before and after picture. So let them know that. Like, if they shoot you an awesome text, like I had one of my clients shoot me a text. He's so happy because he's down 40 pounds. And he's like, you could see my abs, and I did do 1 sit-up. And he's so excited. And it's like, I was like, if you don't mind, I'm going to share your comment tomorrow for Transformation Tuesday because that's awesome. He's like, yeah, go ahead. So, I mean, it could be a text message of them. You can screenshot. It could be a win. Like maybe they powered through July 4th weekend and crushed it and lost 2 pounds or something like that. It could just be simply something like, my client Susie crushed her health July 4th weekend. Like it doesn't have to be their picture. So when you ask them, hey, can I share a bit of your progress or your success? You could do that. And maybe they're not comfortable. They're like, oh no, I'm not ready yet, or I feel uncomfortable. First off, when they say that, I tell them why I was wanting to post it. Okay. I say, okay, well, when you're ready, this is the reason why. First off, accountability. It's huge. You know, when you put your story out there, and encouragement and support. When people are like flooding you with love and encouragement and support, it feels so good that it takes your motivation level to it just takes your motivation to a whole new level. Trust me. There's a reason I post mine all the time, because I need that stroking to keep me going. So, and I tell them that. And then I say, and then the second reason I want to do it is because there's ways to earn money towards your program. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, because if you inspire somebody else to follow your journey and hop on program with you, 1, you can get $25 scholarship for every person I help for you. Or 2, we do it together and you earn $65. So, I mean, that's ways to be able to earn money towards your program. And they're like, oh my gosh, okay. So even if they resist it, I still tell them why I was wanting to post it so that they know when those wheels are turning, okay? Because there may come a week and they're like, yeah, go ahead and post about me, okay? Another thing with that too is post it on your wall and tag them. Don't ask them to post themselves, okay? Nobody has time for that. It's your job as the coach to posture them, put them in the spotlight. So don't ask them to post it because it's probably not going to happen. 2, don't go post it on their wall. Because that's happened, I think a coach has done that before, and then it didn't get anything. So when you tag them, not just their name, but you tag them, it will show up on their wall, okay? Anyway, and then if they're not ready, there's crazy kids in my neighborhood right now. But if they're not ready, then say, okay, that's totally fine. How about this? How about you? Would you be open to sharing my transformation story? Because you could earn money towards your program if we excite people. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah. So that's another way to share with them how they can earn money. Healthy finances. We talk about it all the time. And you can say that. Remember how we talk about healthy finances? There's ways to earn money towards your program. Just keep dropping that seed over and over and over. Okay. I can't tell you how important Transformation Tuesday is. I bet you that's probably what grows probably 75% of my business is tomorrow. Okay. I already have 4 stories lined up, ready to go. Okay. My Mondays, that's why I was telling you guys, I shut you guys off on Mondays so that I can call my clients on Mondays. Because I'm looking to set up for tomorrow, those Transformation Tuesdays. Okay. What else? And then my third tip tonight, does anyone have any questions on that? Okay. And then on the client success calls, the million client success calls I'm doing this week with all you guys. I bet you it's probably 25 booked. I will be posturing that as well. Okay. On those calls, I will be talking about next Tuesday on, July 9th. Okay. So I will be, no, tomorrow's July 9th. I can't even do math in my head anymore. I don't even know. Next Tuesday, I will be posturing that for you. Okay. July 16th. And then my third tip tonight, I always want to leave you 3 tips each Monday. So my third tip is time blocking. Okay. And I suggest this for any coach at whatever level you're at. You know, you got Paige on here who's helping 3 clients. You've got Emily on here helping 1 million clients. Wherever you're at in your business, time blocking is so crucial and to set from the very beginning, because you will just live this integrated life. Okay. Because you can easily get overwhelmed with coaching, and you can easily get sucked into coaching where you can do it all day, every day. But I'm telling you, all day, every day is fine for a second, but you will burn out. You will burn out, and it will just not be sustainable. Okay. Just like someone who's cranking weights at the gym day in and day out, it's not going to be sustainable. They're going to wear themselves out. Okay. So the best way, and you hear it all in Optavia, living an integrated life. They're like, well, what does that even mean? That means just blending your whole life into one another. Okay. Business, family, play, all of it is part of your life. I don't really believe, maybe. I mean, because coaching can be addicting. Let me tell you, I can do it all day. I'd be in heaven. Anyway, I forgot what she threw me off. But I've been there and I know. And so, you know, living an integrated life, we also have to think what we're sharing with our family, but what we're also sharing with the world too, because you want people to be attracted to it. You want people to, you know, want your life. And if they think you're working all the time, they're like, oh, screw that. I don't want that, you know? Or your clients too, you know, they're like, they want to be attracted to what we share and what we live is what is displayed and what people want. Okay. Anyway, so I don't really believe in balance. You know, I've listened to an Ed Milet. I've listened to an Ed Milet before, and you know, he talks about balance versus integrated. And balance, I mean, your life is always going to be out of balance in some way or another. Like if you're really growing this business, like let's say right now, you're 100% committed to achieving this trip. And that's like, I mean, you just want to be able to have this trip with your spouse or whoever. And that's your focus. That's a 6-month drill or a 6-month focus. Okay. So if you're all in, yeah, your life is just not going to be balanced. I mean, you're going to be focusing on business more than other things, but it can still be integrated to where everything that's going on in your life, you're fully 100% present with it. Okay. And so what I mean by that is just blocking out your time, blocking it, making sure that you have a block on your calendar for everything. So what I'm going to do tonight is give you bullet points of what blocks should be in your calendar. Okay. So basically what I did the other day, like my little color coding, is just knowing like what blocks there could be in this. Okay. But what you do in each block, and I tell you, I tried it today and it wasn't perfect by any means, but I just liked having the template of knowing like what the day needed to run. And with kids, it's never going to be perfect. Let's just be honest. I mean, you could have your little perfect little template blocked out and a kid pukes or poops their pants or a dog runs away, or, I mean, stuff happens. So, but at least to have a template or just like something to follow is nice. So anyway, so here we go. Here are the blocks. Here's the order of what I did. Okay. So the blocks that I put in my calendar were time with the boys.
Hey, Laura, can you tell us how long you block those times for too? Like an hour for this, or does
Well,
it, I mean,
that's going to be
not
kind
gonna
of
be the same.
impossible just because coaches down here on every different level. So I could
Yeah,
say
okay.
I spend 5 hours calling my clients, but not, that wouldn't make sense. I mean,
I got you.
so you guys can decide that for yourselves, like how much you want to spend. I mean, you guys know how long our trainings and health assessments and stuff like that run or are. So, but anyway, so schedule time with the boys. So I put time on there with boys, like individual and as a family, like both, you know, all of them. I scheduled time on there with Derek, which is usually Friday night. I scheduled time on there for myself. So I put my miracle morning first thing in the morning at 5 a.m., a whole hour to myself, not checking my phone. I put my workouts on there. I even put my shower on there, which you can tell I did not succeed with that today. That's okay. I put that on the back burner. That was one time block I threw at the end of the day. I don't care. So, but I put my time on there first because it's important to me, because what was happening is I would just, you know, I would do my miracle morning, or I would just go in and move my workout around, or try to do calls at the gym and put my workout on pause. I'm like, no, enough of that. I just need my hour. Okay. Because whenever I work out, that's my therapy. That's my stress relief. So that's my time. It's important. It's important for good optimal well-being. So anyway, those of you that are coming in, just sit tight. We're finishing up some team impact training. We're running a little behind tonight, but I'm almost done. Anyway, so you have time with your kids, time with your spouse, time for yourself, put time for church, anything else that you're involved in, put all those blocks in there first, okay? And then what you need time for is client calls, your weekly client support calls. So this is the time, this is the block that you call your clients every single week, okay? So mine, I kind of split mine up. I put some on Monday and some tomorrow. I put a couple hours tomorrow in case I have some flow over and I don't get them all done today, which is fine. Daniel went to karate for the first time tonight, so I wanted to be there. So I blocked off 2 hours tomorrow just in case, you know, I need some extra time. And then you're going to have your daily client calls, okay, that you have those daily check-ins. I schedule about a half hour a day for that. At 6 o'clock every day, doesn't matter. 6:30 every day. I'm going to check on those daily ones that are on day 1, 2, 3, you know, those calls I'm doing with you guys, just those quick, they take like 2 or 3 minutes. So you always put that on every single day, because you're going to have clients that are in those first 4 days. And then I put time in there for trainings. So, you know, tonight's trainings, Saturday boot camp, Wednesday nights, Habits of Health call. I blocked all those off. Now, you could do this on a piece of paper, but then you want to put in your calendar. Shared with your spouse, so your spouse can see, you know, what's going on. And what's cool about an iPhone, Derek and I just share our calendars on the iPhone. But what's cool is I can turn his on and off. So I could turn his off to where I don't have to see it throughout the day, but I can also turn his on where I can see what he's got going on too, and what, you know, we have going on. And I highly suggest doing this project with your spouse. Okay. Just so that they know, you know, because they may have their own things going on too, especially if you have kids. You know, you could say, okay, like, you know, Derek knows this hour he's doing chores with the kids and dishes, and then I'm doing, you know, so it kind of helps balance things out. And then you need time on there, just client success calls, okay? Then you also and then I just block times in my evenings that are just, I call them Optavia calls. You know, these are just the nights I help you guys. I put in a health assessment. I would do a coach explore, just like that overall umbrella of Optavia calls. So I think I scheduled like 7 to 9 p.m. each night or something like that. I'm trying to think what else I have in there. And then I have one day a week where, and this is something to think about too if you have kids or if you have the opportunity, is like one day a week, like Tuesdays. Usually Derek has Tuesdays off. So that's the day where I can block out time for coffee dates with coach candidates, lunch dates. So maybe I just want to, meet with people, coach candidates. I just want to have coffee with. They don't know they're a coach candidate, but I want to just meet with them and visit and talk. I got a lot of those set up this week. So, I think we all kind of need some of that opportunity. So, depending on you, your schedule with your spouse, say, hey, can I take one morning or maybe Saturday morning or take this time to have that opportunity so that, if some people do want to meet with you, which doesn't happen often, or maybe have a Zoom coffee date, then you have that time in your schedule for those type of things. Does that make sense? What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let me look at my calendar real quick. But does that help kind of give you an idea of what to put in there? Chores. We blocked out time for chores like laundry. We don't have a house cleaning lady right now. Currently, we used to, but it seems like every freaking house cleaning lady we hire ends up sucking somehow. So we end up firing them. So we're just tackling it ourselves, but I found this great rundown of like breaking it down per day, and it's really easy. It takes about half hour. So it's like dusting, mopping, all those things. I'd be more than happy to share it with you guys. So Derek and I put an hour in on my afternoon to do my chores and put a load of laundry in. They say if you do one load of laundry per day, you should always be able to be caught up. Like you just rinse and repeat and the house should stay caught up. So we align it to where I'll put the load in the morning when I wake up and then dry it while I'm getting the kids ready. And then by lunchtime when we're home for lunch, I'm doing a chore. I just take 15 minutes and fold it and put it away. So that's what we're shooting for. Trying to think. So yeah, putting in chores that way, you're having that time. I also put in time on here too for like, I call it catch up. So like time to like sit down, open up my computer, catch up on my messages from the day, make sure I'm caught up with my coaches and my team. Mondays are a little crazy, so I've yet to do that today, but I will tonight. So I just put that time like for catch up time. You guys may want to set time aside for your Facebook posting, like with your work schedule, with your kids. Like maybe you just want to set like a 10 or 15 minute block 3 times in the day, say, to get your post ready. If you're doing the blitz or whatever from Team Snap, it's really easy. It should only take you 5 minutes, but you might need to schedule that for yourself. Maybe you're forgetting to do it. Maybe you're forgetting to block time. So that's an idea too. And then that's about it, guys. I mean, the main blocks were, we also scheduled like family time too, like when Derek's home, like a day where we just unplug. And I will tell you, if you schedule those times, so like Ed Milet says, if you block these times, or you block a time with your daughter or your son, or you block time with your family to go to church and go out to lunch, unplug. Like this should be off. This should be on the table. Just be present. Be like 100% fully present in that moment so that you're not getting pulled in. Because I will tell you, with that unpluggedness, this mind is just going to like rest. And when you do go back at it, it's like crazy awesome. I don't know what it is. It just happens. So, and it's just a law of attraction too. I think just the positive vibes and just being present. Because when you're present in this moment, your heart and your soul is going to feel fulfilled. Your cup's going to feel filled. So when your cup feels, gotta say that fast 3 times. When your cup feels filled, you're going to do things better. Okay. It's just like fueling your body with clean eating or working out and increasing your endorphins. Well, when your mind is at rest and unplugged, you're going to go back and do your coaching that much better because you took time to rest. So, Sundays, you'll usually find that I'm pretty much unplugged afternoon time. I try to get everything done in the morning before church. And then after church, I'll try to do a little bit catch up. And then after that, I'm pretty much out. unless Patty pulls up a training or something, or I'm helping a brand new coach. If I'm helping a brand new coach, you will find that I'll bend over backwards to help them get their calls in if they got health assessments. But other than that, I don't really make myself available on that day. I just take time with the boys and take time with Derek and here at home, because we have a house and we have things to take care of too. And it's like, there's days of the month that are messy. The first week of the month is usually messy for me, and the last day of the month is usually messy, where we're just like, dishes are piled high, we don't care. So there's some days that are like that, but this just kind of helps you live it balanced, be present. Another suggestion too is on your phone. If you have notifications going off where you're seeing everything coming up on this is what my phone looks like all the time. Black. I don't see anything, nothing. I see no notifications. I don't hear any notifications. It's all off, so that whenever I am ready to coach and I am ready to sit down with my notebook in hand and my calendar in hand, I am fully present to respond to my messages, and I respond properly, and I've got everything. I got my calendar next to me. I got everything aligned. I'm not responding to messages in the car. I'm not responding to messages while I'm walking around. I am like sat down at my computer, ready to go. Okay. So, well, I mean, I use my phone too, but I'm just saying when I do it, I'm present and I'm ready to tackle the messages. There's 19 text messages sitting there, and there's 20 Facebook. Well, I think there's more than 20 Facebook messages, but they can wait. They can wait until I'm ready. So, okay. Okay. Are those tips helpful? Yes? Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay. And another thing too, one more thing. Don't be desperate, okay? So if you have your blocked schedule and it's blocked and you have it blocked with your child or your husband or something else, because remember, their cups need filled too, okay? I mean, and sometimes with kids, they're amazing. Sometimes it's only like 15 minutes and their heart is like full and happy. But if you have something scheduled with them and blocked, don't try, and you're like, have someone that wants to talk to you about the program or something, don't feel desperate and feel like take time away from your blocks. Okay. I'm saying put them on the next day. Like there's even a lady, I just pushed her off to next week. So just don't get desperate to where you're taken away from your blocks, especially those rocks. The family time should be rocks, like nothing should pass that. And I speak from experience because, and I'll be transparent. So like there'd be times like Derek and I would just like go with it and be messy from like 5 to 9. I'd coach every night. And like, I mean, and the boys are growing up and they're going to grow up fast. And we weren't having to sit down family dinners except like on the weekends and stuff. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this habit. I don't like them growing up into this habit. And that's just us personally. I know every family's different. But I look back at my childhood and I remember that being a special time. And I love hearing their little voices and their little stories from the day, whether it's just farts and whatever that my boys talk about. But so we switched that rock around after I talked with Carol Hibbs, and we switched that rock around. I'm like, I'm throwing that rock in there and everything else can mold itself around that. And it has, and it's awesome. I mean, 30 minutes, I can sit down and eat with my family and be fully present and then go rock and roll my night. So it's just stuff like that because I've experienced it. I've experienced being messy. I've experienced being like a workaholic. And it really, when it comes down to it, when it's more balanced and everything's rolling like a well-oiled machine, your business grows that much better. So, okay, I'm sorry. I got way off on a tangent, but I love that topic because I think it's so important, and it's so important what we do and how we can live an integrated life. So, I'm going to go ahead and end the team impact training for tonight, and then I will roll into convention.